Tensions in the real world are very high between Iran and Israel. Or at least Israel and Iran don't like each other, kind of thing. So in today's video, we'll look at a video in which Iran declares war on Israel. And how could this happen? I'd say most likely it would be an accidental strike by Israel on Iranian forces. Because as we know, Iran is supporting Assad. And Israel has invaded that regime and likes to strike that regime for some reason. So yeah, let's say that's how it erupted. And yeah, as we know, Syria. 3 nations I'd instantly join are Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. And let's say for context, Iran has their forces headed down to the border with Israel already. But Israel has taken out Palestine already. Not going to go too far into what Palestine I'm talking about. But yeah. They move into Israel. But Israel, due to being such a strategic nation, I'm not going to let the U.S. join, but the U.S., as well as, probably going to support them, despite tensions sometimes can be a bit of an issue between different nations. But America, I think, would take any opportunity to weaken Iran, because they took their opportunity to weaken Russia, so I don't see why they wouldn't take an opportunity to weaken Iran. But then again, lately, all of their allies, all their enemies, I should say, haven't been doing the best. Zero COVID failed in China. What else? Russia got embarrassed for a few $billion. Let's see who supports who now. Nations did improve. I don't know what Saudi Arabia would do. Possibly they would support Israel, but I don't think they would because of the situation between the two nations. But maybe they would to weaken Iran. Why wouldn't they want this opportunity? Now, the blue advance, I think might be wrong. But yeah. And Israel at this time makes another advance with the support they're getting, but eventually these advances fail, as Iran comes with a big attack on Israel. But this ultimately fails. And then flashbacks come as Iraq joins the war. Why would Turkey be on Israel's side? I'm not sure, but I just put them there. With Iraq joining, now the situation has gotten a whole lot worse. With struggles to get into Israel as Israel's holding well, they go through Jordan, which you may think, why would they do that? That's just adding a new front, but really not. Eventually, it just makes it one front. But during this, Israel attempts to advance a bit, as this probably would be a turning point to Saudi intervention, which would most likely have Yemen's intervention for some reason. Let's say Saudi Arabia brings them into the war. And well, who else would join? Probably not Qatar, because I don't seem like a nation that would join. Maybe the United Arab Emirates would join, who knows? Or Oman, but if they succeed to get Oman, this is the Strait of Hormuz about. And if you could blockade this, let's show it for example purposes. If you could block this, a lot of oil goes through this. That would block Iran's oil supply, but Saudi Arabia, meaning more countries would be buying Saudi Arabia's oil, which means economically Iran would be cut off if this is blocked, let's say, which would be a big deal for Iran, because Saudi Arabia can easily just use the Red Sea and go this way or that way. And as you can see, this would be good news for one team, but not for the other. So, yeah. Right now, Oman's not involved, but Iran did not expect to get Saudi Arabia involved by invading Jordan for some reason. Why would I do this? Just to... With something bad happening where Turkey, you know how Turkey invaded this area of Syria? Well, Iran attacks it. for no reason. And look, Turkey stole the Aegean Islands. Who knew this Turkey was greedy? I didn't. With Armenia saying no, you know what Azerbaijan says? Yes. Now this is what I call a full-on front. With the invasion of Turkey already beginning. And keep in mind, the better off team is not Iran's team. So why would Iran be making so many enemies? I'm not sure. Because look, Iran doesn't have strong nations. They have the backing of 2 strong nations, but isn't strong enough as the Western backing of like... And also, just to let you know, NATO isn't involved, so yeah. If NATO was involved, I think Turkey would have more common sense. There would be more common sense than Iran's part. NATO doesn't exist, but after this attack, who would start supporting? Germany starts their support of Israel. And so does Benelux, but yeah. Who else? The US, obviously, and Ukraine, I'd see very likely to support Israel just because history shows the story. India picks a side, which means Pakistan chooses the opposite. Which means, let's say, South Korea and Japan chose a side. Also, who you support is just supporting, so yeah. And yeah, I forgot to tell everybody this, but Japan took back Sakhalin. Yep. I'm joking about that. That never happened. But that would be funny if it did. No, it wouldn't. Who am I kidding? Myanmar picks a side. Yep. Everybody picks a side. Bangladesh wouldn't pick a side, I guess. With an allowment of movement of troops through Russia, they take advantage of this. They have Pakistan support, which is also a big player. Iran is also really strong. Also, Iran has Iraq and Syria, which probably might not do anything to help them. But they keep getting stuck. Wherever they invade, they've got stuck so far. They are invading through Turkey with pretty much ease. But as they think they're going to take this, that's where the resistance by Turkey happens. So far, nobody's decided to sign a separate peace treaty. A separate peace treaty, yep. And Saudi Arabia, a bit distracted with their front. Why would they be so distracted? Iran is strong, but keep in mind, Iran is not probably this strong. But also, maybe they are. But there's other factors that go into wars besides just what mapping states. Because resistance isn't really considered how much you're willing to fight. Like, I know Turkey as a country, I believe, through statistics, 70% is willing to defend itself. Which is a big number, but not too big. As Saudi Arabia now has Yemen taken out. Yemen is dealt with. And Turkey is ready to deal with Azerbaijan's exclave. Really, the exclave is somehow connected, but not really connected, if that makes sense. Yemen, as you can see, fell, but now it's... with people in Azerbaijan around the capital and the northern areas rise up to form a rebel group pro-Azeri independence. And they meet up with Turkish troops. And like this, Iran's northern front has crumbled. Which led to the crumble of this front. Which led to Israeli attacks taking out Palestine. Israel and Jordan do a attack with the help of Saudi Arabia. They all correlate their attacks. So yeah. So the southern front in this area by Syria fallen. And with Israel quickly moving back into the Golan Heights, Jordan moves up too. Damascus is encircled and taken. Syria doesn't surrender for some reason. I don't know why, but they didn't surrender, guys, which makes no sense. With Turkey still trying to push them out of the southern front, but now their southern front completely goes well. And they start fronts into themselves. I'm joking about that, guys. They did not do that, but yeah. They move attacks into northern Syria, northern Iraq, northern Iran. But then again, northern Iran. So basically, there's mountains in Iran. Yep, you think that's a good thing. But yeah, look where the mountains are. They go up north too, just to let you know. But in the south, where there's a very valuable area, is not protected by the mountains, which is pretty bad strategically. With Saudi Arabia getting Oman involved, and a barricade, which we'll use this color just to show that they've managed to do this. Well, this is what they managed to do. What else did they manage to do? With the help of Turkey, they made this. But we don't need to see that, because it's not too important. But yeah. We will be able to see one thing, however. Turkey meets up with Israel. With Turkey moving south like this, at the same time as they're moving south, Jordan and Israel are correlating an attack on Iraq, and Saudi Arabia is moving in by itself to the south. As the front that's headed, the spearhead headed towards Tehran being stopped because it's not working so well. With a movement being planned by everyone to the Zagros Mountains, which, yeah, as you can see, is not really protecting Iran. With the Jordan and Israeli attack happening. Without the capturing of Baghdad, Iraq surrenders. Syria surrenders. With a spearhead being made here. And then the Azeri front like this. And then they make another spearhead like this, which goes quick. As they pause the northern front. They encircle Tehran and take it. Really, Tehran's back here. But yeah, we messed up that. And then they move through the northern areas. And yeah. With the fall of these mountainous areas and a landing here, moving down here, Iran is pretty much out of oil because most of the oil is already taken. Because all the oil basically is in Khuzestan. And where's Khuzestan? I think it's called Khuzestan or something. Right here. Iran. So guys, this is where 90% of Iran's oil comes from. I don't know why I'm pointing at it, because I can't really point at it. And most Azeris, according to what I looked at, live in, this is going to be a shock, in this area. Yep, in this area. You heard that right. Yep, they live in all of Iran, definitely. Why is it doing that? That doesn't make sense. Must be a bit confused with the color, I guess. And yeah, that's where they live. In this area. And so, yeah, with the fall of Iran being sudden, and Iran's overthrown. And yeah, new governments are put in, but I guess you're looking for a peace treaty. And how does support do? Well, most of the support, basically, guys, was like weapons being sent or economic aid. That's really what a lot of aid is. And yeah. And so, this kind of happens. Treaty of Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Israel annexed the Golan Heights in southern Lebanon. Some of Syria went to Jordan. Some of Iraq and all of Oman went to Saudi Arabia. Some of Iraq's coast went to Kuwait. Oman annexed some of Iran. Baluchistan got independence. Armenia isn't fully annexed, but some of it went to Azerbaijan, and some of Iran went to Azerbaijan. And what was left of Khuzestan, Iraq, what was left of Iraq, what was left of Syria, what was left of Lebanon, was all united into Mesopotamia, which is basically pro-Israeli and Saudi more so. Baluchistan is independent now, so yeah. And so there's really a big war that happened, but it makes sense that Iran lost, because come on, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Turkey, yeah, how's that going to go well? Didn't expect it. And Kuwait is pretty great, I guess. Who knows? But thank you for watching today's video, and if you did take anything away, Iran has 80 million people. So does Turkey-ish. I'm not sure about the rest of the nations. I know Israel has a few mil. And yeah. Iraq probably has about 40 mil, I think, maybe. Probably. Possibly. Possibly not. It's hard to say. But Iraq does have rivers. Saudi Arabia doesn't. Maybe they would annex a river. Who knows? But that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like and subscribe. And if you like this video, give a big like. If you didn't, dislike. Actually, I'm kidding. If you didn't like this video, like the video and comment that you didn't like it. But if you did like the video, like it and comment what you thought of the video. But like it either way. Just say what you thought of the video in the comments. Like if you want this video. Like this video. Like if you don't like the video. Just say what your opinion was on the video. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe, because we have to get a lot more subscribers to get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Bye!